Hi guys, I'm Shelley and today I want to review for you Remix by Non-Pratt. This is a proof cover, lovingly sent to me from Walker Books to review, so full disclosure. It comes out on the 4th of June and is Non-Pratt's second YA novel. Her first one, Trouble, came out last year and is about two friends who go to a music festival for the summer. Hence why I'm dressed like this. This is how I would imagine I would dress if I went to a music festival. On the first day, I would imagine by the second or third I'd have makeup down my face, mud all over me, and this would have got lost somewhere, but I thought I'd dress up. As I said, this is Non-Pratt's second YA novel, and this one follows the story of Kaz and Ruby, who are two best friends. They had just finished their exams in high school. They're taking the summer off, they're escaping all the kind of scariness of what is to come, and they're going to a summer music festival, a bit like Glastonbury or Radio 1's Big Weekend or Reading or so on and so forth. Ruby's brother is going with them along with a bunch of friends, and they're going to have a whale of a time. They're both big fans of a band called Goldstone, which to me kind of reminds me of Maroon 5. They're in love with the front man, is Adam Wexler, so it kind of reminds me of Adam, the lead singer of Maroon 5. I don't know if Non-Pratt actually based it on a band, but it just kind of reminded me of this. Both Kaz and Ruby have been best friends since forever. They have bonded over this band. The truth is, they're actually completely different. Kaz is very shy and anxious and very unsure of herself, nervous teenager, like the most of us, to be honest. Ruby, on the other hand, is rambunctious. She is out there. When talking to her ultimate idol, Adam Wexler, Adam says to her, "Do you know you're staring?" And Ruby just says, "You're a world famous rock star. It's kind of the law." How cool is that? At one point, an enemy of hers describes her as the manic pixie dream girl, which on the surface she is, but because you learn more about her, underneath she is just so much more than that. I was talking to Non-Pratt about this over Twitter, and she said that Kaz is the teenager she is and Ruby is the teenager she wants to be. It is told from both Kaz and Ruby's point of view, so each chapter is a different voice. I really love the way that the chapters broke up from Ruby's voice to Kaz's voice, because you never at any point got fed up with one point of view or the other. I fell in love with this book, and it is mainly because of Non-Pratt's writing. I said this about Trouble last year. Non-Pratt has a brilliant way of writing teenagers, British high school teenagers. It's not all existential thoughts and wonderful things. It's most of the time, oh crap, I screwed up, I did a thing. Everything is the end of the world, even though in the big outside world it isn't really. You are so bogged down with the little things in life that you don't see the big things are happening. I'm going to read you a little bit from the beginning, which is Ruby's text to Kaz as they are getting ready to go to the festival. "Should I bother taking wellies? Decided against wellies. They make you sweaty. Sweat foot versus trench foot. Not that I'm hoping for trench foot, I just googled it. Gross. Can't find my good bra, the purple one that fastens at the front and makes me look like I've got something. Did I leave it at yours after result nights? Bra was in the laundry. It smells of beer. Now in the washing machine. Going to make a playlist for the journey whilst I wait for it to finish. Requests? Sounds helpful input from you. This playlist is 80% Goldenstone. At this rate, it'll be longer than their set on Saturday. Saturday! Got distracted from making a playlist by tumbling Wexler pics. Here's the best," and she sends a bunch of pictures of the lead singer of Goldenstone, Adam Wexler. That's how I speak to my friends. This is great. The friendship between Ruby and Kaz drives this book along and is so wonderful. I am in love with Ruby's rambunctiousness. I am in love with Kaz's nervousness. There's a lot of friendship between these two and a lot of history. Without giving away too many spoilers, they have a couple more arguments during the weekend. So it looks into how teenage girls deal with arguments and how we can be very, very jealous and how that we think our best friend belongs to us, even though technically you don't belong to somebody. When you're 16, you kind of believe that your best friend belongs to you and you have certain, bragging rights and talking rights and rights to voice your opinion and voice your feelings first. Nearing the end of this book, there is a big conversation starter, I think, about fandom and about consent and about how far you go when you are a fan of somebody and when that person, the big star that they are, is taking advantage. It starts a lot of questions, and I really love that it does that. I love the way Non-Pratt has written it, that there are consequences for your actions and something doesn't just happen and you whiz past it. They deal with their feelings, which I love in a YA book, because I've read a lot of them lately where something big and major will happen and then poof, it's like it never happened at all, they move on to the next thing. Here they deal with their feelings. You have an LGBTQ link because Ruby's brother is gay. I have fallen head over heels in love with this book. It is the perfect summer read. Summer is all about music and lying in the sun and chilling out with your best mates and going to music festivals. Reading this kind of made me feel like I was there. You have the mud, you have the beer, you have the smell. I flippin' love it. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. If you just want a nice summer relaxing read, you have that. If you want to read about 2 beautifully wonderful women, a friendship, you have that. And if you want to read about something deeper, the darkness of fandom and consent, you have that as well. Thank you Non Pratt for giving us another brilliant read. As I said, this is out on the 4th of June, so please go and pick it up because I highly recommend it. Come talk to me in the comments because I love chatting about books. But for now, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! I feel like Katy Perry in this thing. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Ain't half itchy though. Ooh, rah. And the real me emerges. Ta-da! Did you miss me? Yeah, see, this is how I would look after about a day and a half in the mud.